Welcome to City Insider. In today's video we'll start with Sociedad reach agreement with Sergio Gomez. There has been plenty of that about the future of Sergio Gomez, a player who has been on the fringes at the Etihad Stadium pretty much since he signed. Real Sociedad have been linked in recent weeks, and it seems there has now been a significant development. It has been reported by Spanish publication AS that Real Sociedad have actually now reached an agreement with Sergio Gomez. The player is said to have given the move the green light, and his entourage are reported to be excited about the project on offer. Previously, it has been claimed that Gomez feels the Spanish outfit would fit his style of play like a glove. It is mentioned that Sociedad did actually first make contact with Gomez a year ago. Nothing materialized then, but the player is said to be delighted with the insistence and continued interest of Sociedad. Despite the agreement between Gomez and Sociedad though, a deal remains far off at the moment. There is no agreement between Sociedad and City yet, with City holding out for around £12.6 million. That is beyond what Sociedad can currently pay. Sociedad are believed to be looking to propose a loan move with option to buy, and they would also be open to City having a future sell-on clause. Echeverri unlikely to join La Liga. The Premier League champions confirmed an agreement had been reached with River Plate over the future recruitment of the highly rated 18-year-old, signing the player to a 4.5-year contract and remaining on loan to the Argentine Giants until January 2025. There does however remain a minor concern amongst some Manchester City fans that they may not ever see Echeverri in a sky blue shirt. Despite his immense talent at such a young stage in his professional playing career, the Etihad Stadium club, alongside the wider City football group, are expected to come to a decision over the future of Echeverri in the coming months, potentially deciding that the player requires a developmental loan deal upon arriving in the European game. However, while there had been some reports that the player could be sent to Girona, a new report has explained why that possibility may have drifted. According to the information of journalist Uriel Ayuti, it is now almost a fact that highly rated Argentina youth international playmaker Claudio Echeverri will not be loaned by Manchester City to their sister club Girona. It is explained that due to Manchester City and Girona both competing in next season's UEFA Champions League, for regulatory reasons they cannot be involved in various aspects, presumably including the exchange of players. Brazilian expected to join City next month. It was exclusively reported by Fabrizio Romano back in mid-February that the Premier League champions had signed all documents to sign Sergio from July 1st, in the first completed deal ahead of the 2024-25 season. The wider understanding is that the agreement between Manchester City and Estac Troyes, also part of the City football group, for Sergio is worth around €40 million, in a fee that has been scrutinised by the Premier League over fair market value, with the player currently in limbo over his future off the back of an excellent season with Girona in La Liga, and the Catalan club looking ahead to their first season the UEFA Champions League. The Brazilian remains focused on his nation's Copa America hopes. However, reports continue to circulate concerning the player's future, and the latest information to emerge concerns a firm intention to play under Pep Guardiola next season as opposed to going on loan from the club, according to the information of Premier League Brazil. Sergio is now expected to join Manchester City in July for the club's pre-season tour of the United States, where matches await Pep Guardiola and his players. However, while it is stated that Manchester City are yet to decide on whether to retain the player or sanction a loan deal for next season, the Brazilian's representatives are working to have the player make the switch to the Etihad Stadium and stay there. Elsewhere, and Manchester City are still understood to be in the market for fresh attacking recruits this summer, in a move that could ultimately decide the fate of Sergio should any deals be completed in the attacking line. Ederson nearing exit door. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola could be forced to head into the transfer market for a new goalkeeper as Ederson's future at the Etihad Stadium has been plunged into serious doubt just a matter of days after the summer window officially reopened for business, GIVMA Sports sources have revealed. Although the Sky Blues made history by becoming the first side to win the English top-flight title for seasons on the spin thanks to sealing a victory over West Ham United on the final day of the Premier League campaign last month, the squad could be set for a shake-up before heading to Chelsea on the opening weekend of next term. Ederson suffered a small fracture of his eye socket during a vital triumph over Tottenham Hotspur, and that could prove to be his final appearance between the sticks for Manchester City as Chief Pep Guardiola and Director of Football Txiki Begiristain consider whether to cash in during the coming weeks. Manchester City sources have informed GMS that it would be more of a surprise if Ederson does not embark on a fresh challenge than deciding to remain in his current surroundings after his immediate future has been cast into major doubt as preparations are made for a Premier League title defence in the 2024-25 campaign. The Brazil international, who has been described as amazing by Guardiola, has worked his way onto the radar of Saudi Pro League big spenders after already seeing previous teammates Riyad Mahrez and Aymeric Laporte cash in on the riches on offer in the Middle East over the course of the last 12 months. GMS sources are aware that staggering personal terms have been put forward to Ederson's camp in a bid to tempt him away from Manchester City, where he is preparing to enter the final 2 years of his £100,000 per week contract after another season where he played a pivotal role in his side clinching silverware. It is understood that the shot stopper has been acting strangely since being replaced by Stefan Ortega after sustaining an injury against Tottenham last month, and his emotions have resulted in there being fears that his head has been turned by a potential move away from the Etihad Stadium. GMS sources recently revealed that Guardiola will not stand in Ederson's way if it becomes clear that the 30-year-old is desperate to quit Manchester City ahead of the transfer window slamming shut, but the one-time Champions League winners are seeking a fee in the region of £50 million for their first-choice option between the sticks. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support City Insider.